Hello guys, welcome to Calculus video series. Alright, so today we're gonna start with functions. Alright, what do we exactly mean by functions? The definition of functions. Alright, so a function is a mathematical condition that relates input with output. Alright, so what do we exactly mean by this? Let's say we have a certain input. Alright, let's say it's input, and it is undergone some processing, right? So this is processing, and after processing we get output, right? It yields output. So this is output, and this processing is actually a function. As simple as that. Now, input is mathematical, or output is mathematical, and a function is mathematical as well. By mathematical, I mean either a numerical or a variable. Alright. So our input may be x, y, and output accordingly. Alright. So let me give you an example. Right. First, we usually denote function with letter f. Then this is, f is followed by two parentheses, that is curved brackets, and between these two parentheses is our input. Alright, so that's our input. So let's just draw two x's first. Now let's say I'm at a point over here, and we usually say that y is equal to f of x. What do we actually mean by this? See, this horizontal axis is known as the first axis, and this is the second one. So for two-dimensional, these are the two axes. For three-dimensional, we may add one more. That's gonna be a 3D geometry. This is a 2D geometry, two-dimensional, 1 and 2 axes. Alright, so this is the first axis, this is the second axis. Now, why is this the first axis? The reason being that as we travel on x-axis, we may travel on y-axis accordingly. Right. What do I exactly mean by that? I actually mean what I actually mean is my result of y-axis, wherever I end up in y-axis, is actually dependent upon my displacement on x-axis. How I behave with x, how I use my x, is gonna determine my y. For instance, let's say x square. Alright. And if I have to, if I say that this x square is my y, so let's say this is 0.1, 2, 3. Alright. So now if I say y is equal to x square, that means the corresponding y is gonna be 1 square. So 1 square is 1. So my first point is gonna be 1, 1. And the second point is we put 2 square. That's 4. So my second point is gonna be here somewhere, 4. So for this one, this point, then for 3 is gonna be 3 squared, that is 9. Right. So as you can see, our value of y actually depends upon x. Right. So if we have to use the earlier definition, alright. So our input is x. So let's take this example. Our input is 2. Right. Some processing is done, and the processing is a function that squares the value. Squares the value, and what we get is a square, and that's our output. That is y. So we input x. Right. We do some processing, that is a function, and the function is actually squaring. Right. Function. And we get our output, that is y. So if we just take x, alright, apply the function, that is the processing, we get our y. That's the reason we say that y is actually a function of x. Y is equal to f of x. That's what we mean by that. Alright. So that's it for functions. Alright. So see you in the next video. Thank you.